What is going on, guys? Welcome back to CpyNews, and I've got more news stories for you today. So let's get into it, shall we? And today's first story comes from Eurogamer, and it's about Ubisoft, who keep making terrible decisions. And here is another one. Ubisoft Montreal's mandatory return to office order reportedly leaves staff in turmoil. Leadership accused of broken promises. It doesn't get deeper than that, does it? Leadership accused of broken promises. Let's get into the story. Ubisoft Montreal, the studio behind the likes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 5, blah blah blah, has been accused of leaving staff in turmoil after it reportedly reneged on promises that 100% remote work would be possible, forcing all 4,000 of its workers back to the office for a minimum of 2 days a week as of 11th of September. Can we just think about what day they chose to do that on as well? What is the 11th of September? Like, holy crap. Not only is this horrible in terms of like a perspective of, oh, I can work from home 100% and making life decisions based around that, you know, regarding childcare, schooling, whether you buy a house in a specific place or not, whether you buy a house near the office. Like, there's so many decisions that go into life and where you work and how you work and everything. But also, to have this change come in effect on literally 9/11. What the hell? That's insensitivity beyond. Because I'm sure that they employ American staff as well. Not all those 4,000 people are just gonna be... Oh my god, this is horrible. Back in June 2021, Ubisoft announced it would be adopting a hybrid tailored approach to work arrangements where staff would be able to balance in-office work with work from home. However, according to a new report by IGN, Ubisoft Montreal staff were repeatedly told they could remain 100% remote long-term, leading many to make significant life decisions or accept jobs at the company based around these assurances. Like the assurance that, oh, you'd never have to come into work, you can just work from home. So you wouldn't need to move, you wouldn't need to upend your life, you wouldn't need to sell your house. You could buy a house in a new area, in a different area that's further away from the office that doesn't need the office. Well, I guess that was all bullshit. 100% remote work will be possible depending on various criteria, reads an internal Ubisoft document seen by IGN and detailed in its report, such as productivity and impact on the team, as well as the nature of the work being done. That all changed in August, however, when, according to a separate account by a former Ubisoft employee on social media, Ubisoft Montreal leadership met with team managers, insisting all employees must return to the office for a minimum of 2 days a week as of the 11th of September, no exceptions. The only leeway would be an 8-week allowance for any employee that could prove they needed time to adjust. In all messages posted to Ubisoft's intranet, as seen by IGN, the response to the announcement was almost all negative, with some employees angry at the policy U-turn after buying a house or making other commitments based on the belief full-time home working would be possible, while others raised health concerns or even issues surrounding the state of the office. Ubisoft is reportedly encouraging all staff to speak to their managers in order to find solutions. But IGN cites internal documentation saying exemptions to the 2-day return will only be considered once all other solutions have been explored. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. In a statement provided to IGN, Ubisoft insisted open and ongoing conversations in addition to extensive individual accommodation arrangements are currently underway to ease this transition and the impact on everyone's well-being. Really? Which remains our priority to continue to deliver great games. Maybe not upending all your staff's lives and, you know, what they've decided for childcare and how they're going to raise the kids and where they're going to live and whether they're going to move closer to the office or whether they're going to live in a better area that's better for their children or better for their work-life balance, or so they can be closer to their own family. Some people might not even live anywhere near the office, as the jobs were advertised as 100% remote. So some people might have to move from where they've lived their entire life all the way to where the office is. Oh my God, this is so toxic. I can't seriously believe that Ubisoft made this decision. Like, any rational person would know that this is like such a dumb decision. And if I was an employee there and I'd made significant life decisions based upon this, I would be so infuriated that my life was upended like this, to the point where I would actually start looking for other jobs. And I wouldn't be surprised if they lose quite a lot of employees who banked on this being 100% remote, and now because of this, it's put them in a position where, frankly, they can't trust the word of the company they work for anymore. Alright, so our next story also comes from Eurogamer again, and this one is about Payday 3, which is ditching Denuvo ahead of its upcoming release, which I cannot praise anymore. These DRM solutions only make games even worse, and especially Denuvo. I don't know why. It just apparently ruins performance on games. It just does. So, it's a welcome change that Denuvo is no longer in Payday 3. Payday 3 developer Starbreeze has confirmed that upcoming heist shooter will not have the controversial DRM system Denuvo. In a concise update posted to Steam, Starbreeze simply said hello to its heisters and revealed in no-nonsense terms that Denuvo is no longer in Payday 3. The update comes weeks after fans shared screenshots within the Payday subreddit that intimated Payday 3 would feature the controversial anti-piracy software that literally always gets cracked within the first couple of weeks. It's so stupid. Like, this anti-DRM stuff is so stupid because it literally gets cracked within a week or a month. Sometimes it gets cracked within the first couple of days of the game being out. It just gets broken. 2 months later, however, the Steam storefront has been updated and Denuvo is no longer listed. Starbreeze also have revealed in its post-launch plans too, outlining its year 1 roadmap, which confirms we'll see 4 DLC installments as well as seasonal events, playable characters, new enemy weapons, Unreal Engine 5 upgrade, cosmetics, quality of life improvements, new features, and much more. And Payday 3 will be launching on the PS5, Xbox Series XS, PC via Steam and Epic, and Games Pass on the 21st of September. And yeah, it sounds good. I don't have a problem with any of that. Good on you, Starbreeze. Good on you, Payday 3 team. No Denuvo, very, very happy. Glad you did it. I think everyone else is glad about that as well. I can't imagine anyone else being sad that Denuvo's gone. I think that's, I mean, that's going to be a supported change by everyone, right? Let me know what you guys think about Denuvo not being in Payday 3 down below. And our next story comes from PC Gamer, and this is one that is a little bit out of left field, but it is good. It's good. Out of the blue, 7-year-old FPS Titanfall 2 has fully working multiplayer again. There we hope Respawn is planning something special. So, yeah, nobody really expected this because apparently their multiplayer has not been working well at all. But the beloved robot friend simulator and first-person shooter Titanfall 2 has had a matchmaking problem for years. But apparently now, it's been updated. It's been updated and now it works. Surprisingly, an official update has appeared out of nowhere, got it working again, and players are now coming back to the game. In Titanfall 2, it was hitting a peak player count of 22,604 in the last 24 hours. And what's more is the feature playlist rotation has started being updated again. Weapon loadouts in 1v1 Coliseum mode have changed. And this comes also with patch notes from a recent Apex Legends update, which includes sly nod to its predecessor Titanfall 2. So, the patch notes for the Harbingers event conclude with incoming transmission subject Nessie and 3 numbers, and those numbers are the Unix timestamps for the release dates of Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and Apex Legends. And speculation behind this is that there is going to be some sort of Titanfall Apex universe, reveal of some kind. They've cancelled Titanfall 3, so nobody's expecting it to be Titanfall 3. However, there may be some sort of event in Apex or collaboration thing where something happens in Apex, right, where it's Titanfall related and all that. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens with that. I don't know. But at least on the bright side, for the people who do like Titanfall 2, they can go back. They can play the game, and they can, you know, enjoy being a mech warrior. kicking butt, wall running, jumping around like crazy. And yeah, moving on to our next story, which comes from Games Radar, and it's about Unity, sort of. And it's kind of sad, to be honest. This is actually really, really sad. So, indie management sim developer hosts saddest Steam sale ever, following Unity fee news. An indie developer known for creating management sims has created the saddest Steam sale ever following the Unity fee news. As spotted by Wario64 on Twitter, developer Kairosoft, known for Game Dev Story, has released a new bundle for its games on Steam titled Kairosoft Games Are Made in Unity, along with 2 tearful emojis on either side of the bundle's name. If you scroll down to the 4-game bundle's description, you'll also just find another crying emoji and nothing else, which makes this saving really sad. So that's the games bundle, game dev story, something, August story, basketball club story, and some other stuff. And then there's the picture of In Unity by Kairosoft Games Are Made in Unity, and she got like sad face and blah blah blah. Like, it's sad. It's just sad. And that's obviously all because of what Unity's announced and stuff. And you have to feel for developers like this, right? Because there's going to be a lot of small developers who, you know, they're not going to be on everyone's spectrum. They're not going to be on everyone's radar. But they will have a niche group of people who do like their games, who do like their content, who are invested in these small, maybe 1-2 people developers, right? I mean, I've played itch.io games where they have been made by one person and like 3 artists that they've hired, or it's been friends that they've known who've just done some work for them, you know, to help make the game. And there's some of the best games that I've played and had like really interesting stories and character designs and stuff, and been quite sad or happy, depending on what type of game it is. But yeah, so moving on to our final part of today's video, and we're getting into Xbox Game Pass stuff. So 8 games will be leaving Xbox Game Pass in September, and those games are going to be Beacon Pines, Despot's Game, Last Call BBS, Moonscars, Outriders, Proteus, Shenzhen IO, and Weird West. Those will all be leaving on September the 30th. I highly recommend you play Beacon Pines if you have not played it and you have Xbox Game Pass. I've played this game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really, really a truly wonderful game with a beautiful art style. It's very unique the way the story goes. It has a sort of narration throughout. There is like a creator and who speaks over the story through the beginning of chapters, and it just leads to a beautiful, just awesome story. Like, honestly, play it for yourself. You will not go wrong playing that game. I enjoyed it so much. And then obviously the other ones is like Outriders and stuff are going away. I haven't really played anything of it since ever. The only one I really care about leaving that list is probably Beacon Pines. And that's because I haven't played the other ones. So the other ones may be worth checking out as well. If any of them are on your radar, any of them you've been wanting to play, then you should probably check them out now while they are still around. But do not despair. Do not despair. For I have good news. Whilst there is 8 games leaving Xbox Game Pass, there are 7 games coming to Xbox Game Pass in October. And those games are The Lamplighters League, Warhammer 40,000 Darktide, Force Motorsport, City Skylines 2, Minaco's Night Market, Headbangers Rhythm Royale, and Jusant. Now, apparently the most anticipated game, according to this article, is probably Force Motorsport. Never heard of it, don't have a clue what it is. So when they said that was the most anticipated game, I was like, are you sure? You really think Force Motorsport that I've never heard of, and I've played games since 1998? 7? No, 1998 I started playing games. And I played games on every console that you can think of that isn't really from the 80s. All the way up to PC, where I play now. And never heard of this game. Didn't know it existed. Didn't even know anyone cared. But the one that, for me, that strikes out here is City Skylines 2 will be on Xbox Game Pass. So if that is something that you want to play, a city builder, a really awesome series of city builders, right? City Skylines 1, I think everyone can agree, was fantastic with what it did. It was a bit resource heavy, but that's the thing about building sims. They do kind of tank lower end PCs, and I think a lot of people will be excited for City Skylines 2 to come out. Another one that did sort of catch my eye though is described here, which is, additionally, we have The Lamplighters League, a turn-based strategy game set in an alternate version of the 1930s. And a turn-based strategy game, that actually appeals to me. That could be quite fun. And yeah, so this should be pretty awesome. And in here, there is a list of games that are coming in September as well. Some of those that are notable is Lies of P, September 19th, Party Animals 3 coming on September 20th, Payday 3 September 21st, and Cocoon September 29th. So, there is a lot of games coming to Xbox Game Pass, check out for them, and let me know what you guys think if you end up playing them, and all that jazz. Well, anyways guys, thanks for watching the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe as always. Let me know what you think about today's stories, everything that we've discussed. And let me know what games you are going to miss that they're leaving Xbox Game Pass, as well as the ones that you're most excited for coming to this service. Anyways guys, peace out, and I will see you guys in the next one.